Hey guys, it's Prove Gaming here, and today I'm going to be showing you guys my Whirlwind Barbarian setup, build, and pretty much exactly what he can do on Torment 6 out in the world, there. Okay, so first thing we're going to go over is the gear. Don't mind my incredibly cluttered backpack or the unidentified items. I'm not going to go through all of it. You can see here that I've got the head, shoulders, torso, hands, and legs of the waists. I've got the Immortal King's two-hander, feet, and waist. And the Ring of Royal Grandeur. I don't know how to actually pronounce that last word there, but Bulk Athos is just to drain life from enemies around me. And that's all my gear. What this does is allows me to get the 6th set of the Wastes set, which gives me Dust Devil's rune, and the Dust Devil's damage is increased to 2,500% weapon damage, which is already 3.2 thousand. You can do the math. That's a lot of damage from those Dust Devils. The Immortal Kings is my Ancients, which is my first ability. They last until they die. And the 4 set is cooldown of Wrath of the Berserker and Call of the Ancients by 3 seconds for every 10 Fury you spend with an attack. Every time these guys attack, I gain Fury, which is going to be in my build. I'll show you guys that. But Whirlwind costs 10 Fury. So, with every 10 Fury, reduces the cooldown of Wrath of the Berserker and Call of the Ancients in case they all die by 3 seconds. So every time my Whirlwind gets used, these guys get 3 seconds off their cooldown. So then we're going to go into skills. And I've got Rend, Bloodbath. Rend's good. You can just throw it on there, jump into the middle of battle and Rend, and all the enemies around you are taking damage. Bleeding, and with Bloodbath rune is killing enemies with Rend causes nearby enemies to bleed. So if one of your enemies die, if with Rend on them, it's going to spread to more and more and more. So if you're in a huge group, that's just going to cause a lot of damage to them. Whirlwind with Wind Shear. Obviously, Whirlwind's the main attack of a Whirlwind build. And Wind Shear is gain Fury for every enemy struck. I just use that when I'm doing normal riffs, not greater. If I'm doing greater riffs, I'll use Blood Funnel because I need to be able to stay alive. But Wind Shear for normal riffs just so I can get through them really, really quickly. I'm gonna probably try Volcanic Eruption soon, but I have a feeling that I'm just gonna stick with Wind Shear. It's worked for me for a while. I showed you guys Call of the Ancients, that's summoning these 3 guys, Talik and the other 2, from Diablo 2. I don't know if you guys remember them. But summon 3 ancestral heroes to fight alongside you for 20 seconds. But with the Immortal King set bonus, it's until they die. And then gain Fury every time an Ancient deals damage. If you wanted to try something different, because I'm using the Fury every time I attack something rune on my Whirlwind, I could give some other rune to the Ancients, such as Together as One, which would reduce some of the damage I take, or with this on, every time I spend Fury, which I'm going to get a lot of just from my Whirlwind rune, it's going to heal me and the Ancients, which is just going to keep them alive, and they actually do not bad damage, which I'll show you guys in a bit. Wrath of the Berserker, you're going to want to use this pretty much on cooldown and definitely on boss fights or in big groups. You become Fury Incarnate for 20 seconds. It's got a long cooldown because it increases your damage a lot. While active, gain increased damage. I've never disagree with that one. I've never even actually looked at any of the other ones. That one would be Thrive on Chaos would be cool if you're having trouble staying alive, maybe for people that aren't wearing their full gear set, which is exactly what I showed you there. Sprint, this is just optional, I guess. You can also use Ignore Pain. I've seen Furious Charge on a build just for getting around a little faster, as well as Threatening Shout. Which one is it? Demoralize, I guess, to bring everything close to you. You can cast that one in while you're in Whirlwind. And then finally, Battle Rage. Oh, and Force March on with the Sprint rune. Increase movement speed of your allies. That's just good for getting through rifts quickly. Battle Rage and Bloodshed. Unleash your inner rage, increasing your damage and critical hit chance. Last 120 seconds. Which is the same cooldown as Wrath of the Berserker, so, but you don't need to use this one. Or no, this has no cooldown, it lasts for 120 seconds. So you can probably use Battle Rage and Wrath of the Berserker at the same time, if you don't have your set, if you're going with a different gear choice. And then Ruthless, Nerves of Steel, Berserker Rage, and Rampage. You can read into those yourself, and they're the obvious choices. I can't get this video going too long, and I gotta show you guys still what I'm doing. The Templar, you don't need to use him. I'm usually in groups, but I did give him some extra gear I had waiting around. Okay, so I teleported to some random place, the Festering Woods, and obviously you'll see my energy go up with my guys attacking me. And I do some pretty good damage just for doing nothing. And I haven't popped any of the cooldowns yet. This is why the Whirlwind Barb's pretty looked up to. And it's a pretty common build. Is because of the damage output it can do with no work. Oh, a two-handed axe. Legendary. Oh, no room. Who cares? Let's see if I've got a blue item or something to drop. Nope. Whatever. It's, I know exactly what it is. It's that one. Oh, damn it, I can't remember what it's called. So now we're going to pop Wrath of the Berserker. And I'm going to try and get some bigger numbers for you guys coming, but they just don't seem to be showing up. But the damage is definitely higher, as you can see. I don't even have to stop whirlwinding in groups. I just keep going and stuff keeps dying. This is on Torment 6. I'm only 279 Paragon, which reminds me I should probably go back and show you guys my Paragon point, how I put those out. I actually have a couple I can put in right now. So I'll do those really quickly before I get started there. Okay. So in core, the first thing to do would be put in movement speed. If you press into your inventory and go to details, down near the bottom you can see movement speed. You can have a maximum of 25% movement speed in items from Paragon points. I need to actually fix my Paragon points because I've recently gotten newer gear. So let's just put all 50 points into movement speed. And then I have 20, which are all going to go into strength, because strength on the Barbarian is damage. So now I go and 25% movement speed. You can only have 25% movement speed from items and Paragon points. So this means I don't have to use any items with speed on them. I didn't actually show you guys my neck or my bracers, or wrists, sorry. These are just a pretty good choice overall. I mean, life after each kill, it's not a lot, but it does help out. Seeing how many guys I kill as quickly as I do. My attack speed increased by 7%. It's not a big deal. I'm whirlwinding. I don't think it really affects me all that much. But 940 strength, that translates to probably some pretty good damage. Like, all damage increased by 8,000% because of how much strength I have. Chance to deal 20% area damage on hit. I need to continue, I don't know what that's called, enchanting it, I guess. to try and change that 20% area damage on hit to something better. But the main reason that I'm using this is prevent all arcane damage taken and heal yourself for 24% of the amount prevented. When you're going through rifts, there's going to be people that place down arcane beams, and on the higher greater rifts, they're gonna basically one-shot you. I'm wearing this item just so I don't have to watch out for them. I just watch out more for poison and stuff. And yeah, that's pretty crucial part of my build. I can't believe I forgot to show you guys that. But Reaper's Wraps. Physical skills deal 20% more damage. That's 20% more damage to Whirlwind. That's pretty significant. As well as the 478 strength. Obviously, that's more damage, crit, more damage, and vitality is more life. Health globes restore 25% of your primary resource. So 25% of my fury. So it's more than 25 fury. It's actually closer to 30 fury or 35 fury or something. Because I have my maximum fury increased by something. There. IK, belt, and a couple of other things, I'm sure. I don't know what else to show you guys. I think that's just about it. I'd go into a big group and press rend on boss fights, and in big groups use Wrath of the Berserker. Make sure you always have this up. Forced merch, you can really, honestly, I would change it around to Warcry and Impunity. Increases your resistance to all damage types, and I'd have that up on cooldown. It's just smart, you know. Those arcane things, if you've got that up, aren't gonna one-shot you. It's gonna take a little bit more than that. But anyway, guys, that's my Whirlwind Barbarian guide, and I'm hoping that it helped you guys out a little bit. Most people already know about this build, but I just wanted to go in depth with where people weren't before. You can also use these and only use the IK 2 set. Call of Ancients last until they die. I know the 10 Fury is a big deal. Like, that's going to increase your damage significantly whenever you've got Wrath of the Berserker on. But what these do is increases Fury regeneration by 10. During Whirlwind, you gain 30% increased attack speed and movement speed. So it's good. Like, you do move faster using the two weapons, and you get more crit damage. Gems you can put in there. There's lots of reasons too. I mean, if you get a nice ancient belt and or something, yeah, you don't even need that because you're going for the IK2 set. I see people that don't use Wrath of the Ancients at all, or not Wrath of the Ancients, Call of the Ancients. Anyway, I'm rambling on. I should probably get the boots and then trade those out, but because these are ancient. I hope this helped. If it did, leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more. Comment on a guide that you want. I have every character level 70 on some system. Most of them here. And I can level up a new guy pretty quickly and find a build that works well for me, and hopefully help you find one that works well for you. And I'd be perfectly willing to do that. Just leave a comment saying which kind of build or class you want. But until next time, guys. Bye.